good morning. It's Sorry Cat from Thailand. How are you doing? Well, True Blue Tie here from Thailand. I hope you're doing how's things within you. Then I hope you're doing well. Anyway, guys, for instance, I was a bit naffed off yesterday, as you probably can see. To say the least, naffed off. I was to quote a Mancunian saying, no, I was pretty upset, to say the least, etc. with the crap I listened to yesterday. And thankfully, I've just been listening to LB's stream. I was about halfway through it, and he's gone through it as well, and he was just saying total waffle. Because after a while, I get, do you know when you get upset about something and you go away and think about it again, and you think, did I overreact? And you're kind of like saying, well, yeah, maybe not. But for instance, but listening to the stream again, listen to LB, listen to ESPN yesterday, Don Hutchinson, Stevie Nicol, and Mark Ogden. And the waffle, they were saying, no, you're 100% right. They were talking at a waffle they were talking about. And for instance, they needed to be called out. And they do, because they can't just keep on talking this waffle. But I was listening to Typical City was back after his after shock, etc. Good wish him well. But he was talking sense. But he was also saying how much they are running scared of us now. Because last season, etc., they weren't. They were just slagging us off, talking about our midfield and everything. Man City's washed, Pep Guardiola's washed, finished now, whatever. And for instance, but now they are holding back and go, uh-oh. And I was listening to the first bit of 12th Man podcast, which is an Arsenal, and they were going, well, why are we not buying any players? How come Arsenal's not buying any players? And so, well, look at Man City buying, look at the players they're buying, And so when you're listening to Arsenal fans, when you're listening to Liverpool fans, when you listen to United, you listen to other fans of other clubs, and they're going on about, wow. And then you listen to Don Hutchinson, then you're listening to the media, the Don Hutchinson, Mark Ogden and Stevie Nicol. You listen to that lot, and then you're going, they're talking waffle. One thing that LB didn't do yesterday, because they cut that podcast into two. So they only did went from Manchester City slagging off Man City a bit. But I said to him, I said, you should say the whole thing where they started off glazing about Liverpool and how wonderful Liverpool are, and the signings are wonderful. And then they go and lie about Man City and talk about Man City. And they would talk about, when we talk about, and they were lying and making stuff up and, and just talking waffle. And and LB's gone through it bit by bit, and he was just saying absolutely waffle where they're going to go sporadic signings, sporadic signings, underwhelming. Nobody was after these guys. Well, weird that, because it appears that the Liverpool manager jumped on left his home in France. Actually, jumped on a plane. To go and meet Cherki and say, "Come to Liverpool." But he said, "No, I'm going to because Pep Guardiola. I've spoken to Pep Guardiola, and I'm going to Liverpool." As a Manchester City. So, considering the fact that, for instance, these guys are, for instance, how come Mark Ogden and said, oh, well, nobody wanted these guys. Yeah, well, that's a waffle. It's rubbish. And the fact that, for instance, they're not proving that the guys are too young. But these, Mark Ogden, Don Hutchinson, Stevie Nicol, spent the last season talking about Manchester's age of the Manchester City's midfield, how old they are, and now they're bringing in younger people, right? Younger people, and they're they're too young. You can't win with these guys. And they were talking about Man City's third choice goalkeeper, this young lad. Young lad, he's 33, Mark Ogden. Again, waffle. All trying to make Man City look bad for your own team, Liverpool. Awful waffle. So-called waffle. And the only person who come and get out of it was the sharp-dressed man, always looks good, always talks well, funny man as well, that Marino guy. Who has any credibility, and thank God when I was listening to LB, he said, this guy's good. This guy knows what he's talking about, because he agreed with me as well, and he does. But I don't mind Craig Bailey every so often. I think he can talk, can become straight to the point. But you gotta say, this is the reason why the media, the British media especially, is just so bad at the moment. You can't trust politicians. You can't trust real estaters. You can't trust lawyers. And now you can't trust the British sports media because it's all biased, old school, things moved on. The only thing is what nuts moved on. We're still listening to the same old crap, who's picking out the same old rubbish. Fans of these clubs who are so used to the status quo of United, Liverpool, Arsenal on top of the Premier League and whatever. And now Man City's coming in, and now Newcastle's coming in. It's like, oh my God, you can't have that. You know, and an independent regulator. Oh no, we got to take Man City to court. Oh no, we can't do that. Oh no. You know, and again, these American owners who don't want to spend money or don't like spending money, they want to charge the fans and they want to make it like the NFL. Okay, charging £200 a ticket, whatever, you know, just something like that, or a franchise. So Man City go and play in in Scotland or something like that, or franchise will move out there, just like what they did with the American football. Okay, so for instance, and that is where it's going to go, or the Superliga, for instance, where you can't go no relegation and promotion. So, for instance, and we've got to hold on to our clubs, and we've got to get rid of these media, for instance, who are fanning the flames of all this, who have got their own interests of talking absolute garbage for their own interest, etc. But they're actually helping the evolution or the destruction of the Premier League, right? And this is what they don't seem to. They're all getting together to hate on Manchester City, hate on Newcastle, because and try and make us look bad, because it goes for their own interests, and each one of them has got a different interest. And you've got to see through it, and so they're coming together for their own interests, but they've got their own different interests. And their different interests don't collide with each other, so they'll have a go at each other. What they are doing is tearing the Premier League apart by talking crap and taking things like talking bad about Manchester City, Newcastle, whoever, to stop the apple cart. They upset the apple cart. A lot of these fans want to go the status quo way. The American owners, they want the Superliga way, or the American franchise way. They want that. But they've all got a combined interest in stopping the Middle Eastern clubs, because they're the ones who want to win and promote their regions. Yes, they are. I'll put my hand up and saying that. The Etihad Airways and, for instance, but so everybody knows about the Etihad, the Emirates and whatever. No, yet. But to promote their regions, the Saudi regions, yeah, well, congratulations. Well, you know, they got to get some out of it, yeah. And which is fine, whatever. That's what sponsors do. And you can't complain about that. But then they've been trying to held back, because they know that these teams want to win, and the other teams want to just have it just the way they did before, spend a little bit of money and just keep the way, you know, let's just win the league by 70 points rather than actually having a competition. What was it? The Premier League revenue went down by 10%. Why? Because there was no competition. There was no competition. People are bored watching the Premier League. There was no competition because it was just Liverpool and Arsenal. Arsenal, they grow Arsenal, whatever. Didn't do nothing again. And what are they doing so far this season? Oh, we've got to buy this, we've got to buy that. You bought nobody. It's just unbelievable. And Arsenal fans are tearing their hair out. Oh God, honestly. Seriously, you know, debate needs to happen, and the football fans need to put our foot down and stop this crap. And you need to stop listening to the biased crap coming out of these sports reporters who are trying to spin it for their own narrative. Okay, and you got to stand back and look back and go, whoa, there's something that smells here in the state of Denmark, right? Okay, and this is what I'm saying. It's just the fact that there's this crap being puked out constantly. So when I go to a pub in Thailand, in Pattaya, whatever, God knows where, and I sit there with a Man City shirt, and somebody comes up and talks absolute garbage to me, and I'm thinking, whoa, well, where the hell did you get that from? Oh, they heard it from Simon Jordan. I heard it from Matt Dawson. I heard it from, Mark Ogden, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Talking garbage. You know, he won't say he's heard it from these guys. He'll say he heard it on the news. Just like yesterday, the Atlas Boeing 747 taking Manchester City to America arrived at Manchester Airport yesterday, and I was on there was a live stream there, and two live streams. One, and from a guy, for instance, he said, oh well, because they're covering the planes, because the planes, and then it appears that one of them asked him, why is the Atlas Air 747 coming into Manchester? Because it's a rare 747 coming in, a jumbo, or you want to call it. Anyway, so, and it appears that, for instance, someone said to him, oh, I was taking Manchester City out to some tournament, right? Some tournament. They didn't know. Then, what's it called? He said, oh, just like the Malaysian Airbus 350 came in last week to take Man United to Malaysia. Okay. And the guy, his partner, he said, oh, I said, oh, well, he said a proper club. And the guy, his partner, he was helping him. And he said I said, oh, you're a United fan? He went, yeah. So he did know about the World Cup, the Club World Cup. And he did know about the, for instance, why the plane was coming in. He just choose to downgrade it as the Club World Cup, whatever, right? And then he goes on, Man City are getting charged. I've got a lot of charges pending against them. And I'm like, oh, honestly, he's turning an airport stream into an anti-Manchester City thing because of somebody he's heard on the radio and blah, blah, blah. So I decided to go for the other guy, and the other guy, what size that be? Yeah, so the other guy, for instance, he just kind of totally different. Anyway, let's move on. It's just the crap you have to put up with. Anyway, so I arrived. The squad came out yesterday, so what we on? Oh, we're on. Oh, we're only 11 minutes. Oh, sorry, guys, I took it too quickly. I'm a little bit sweaty, to say the least. I do apologise. The reason why, you can see they're my two little friends now, yeah? A couple of girls from size 6, a couple of hoes. So, for instance, we know about Paddy our size 6. A couple of hoes with me. Hey, the only hoes I deal with, right? And I've got nice little blisters because that's what I've been doing this morning. So so I've borrowed these, etc. So I've been cracking on with them. I got the leaves from the trees this morning. I live in a Thai area, for instance, so I've got 3 or 4 blisters. So I'm sweating a little bit. So I'm doing this between my whole work. So I love working, getting the whole, because we're in the rainy season in Thailand. Again, it hasn't rained for a few days now, and it's just been 30+ degrees. So we're back into the summer season. So if you're coming over to the rainy season, I expect you're not going to see the sun. Yeah, you will. Anyway, anyway, let's move on. So what are the news yesterday? So the announcement of the squad was announced yesterday, which is good. And for instance, but there was a couple of absentees. And yes, everyone knows about Jack Grealish not going. And thank you, media, for letting us know. What's next for Jack? Oh, poor old Jack. Oh my God! Before it was Jack, £100 million, Grealish. Now it's poor old Jack. Oh, come on. Cry me a river. Anyway, but also there was also a guy, somebody not in it either, for instance, and that was Jason Mactee. So I don't know. He's been linked with. I know the under-21 tournament going on at the same time. I know there was issues with Cole Palmer not going there, or and Delap, etc. With Chelsea going there or going to the under-21s, etc. So tournament going on again, more football. But so for instance, but I don't know. I know Jason Mactee was also linked with the under-21s as well. But I don't know, for instance, whether he's why he was eliminated or omitted from the squad. So I don't know that. If anybody can explain that to me, I don't know. But I was surprised because I only saw 2 up front, 2 forwards, and I'm like, well, that's a bit strange. Anyway, so Jason Mactee, don't know why he's not in the squad taken to the CWC, the Club World Cup. Anyway, so it's a strange one, that one. So for instance, what else? Nice to see the guys on the pitch. Nice to see the new kit. The second kit came out yesterday with nice stripes. When I looked at it first, I always looked like it's got a dusty. It's a dusty, but it appears like it's the Poznan. I didn't know that. It's the Poznan. So, but it's going back to for me when I saw Colin Bell in that kit and Francis Lee and Max Zombie. Oh, Colin Bell more like because he has the physique to look great on it. The stripe kit. I think we're going back to the stripes again, aren't we? So often, so they look nice. I like the stripes. I think these are class-winning kits. They really are. The Premier League winning kits. I think the stripe kit, the first kit, the blue kit now is just beautiful. It really is. I've got a running kit coming today. What's called a Man City running kit, which I'm really looking forward to. But I think it's a class-winning kit. I really do. I think it's going to look great for us. Ryan Cherki, why he came to Man City? Because of Pep Guardiola. Why he came? Cherki and Pep Guardiola. For me, he's the best coach in the world. I thought he was washed. I thought he was a wet fraud. I thought he was a ball fraud. I thought he was blah blah blah. And his ideas were all finished. But Ryan Cherki, why he came to Man City? Because of Pep Guardiola. Oh, what a shock. For me, he's the best coach in the world, and I think he's the best in history. I'm passionate to play for him, and I heard that from the other players as well. On his style, my style is easy. I love to play with the ball, do skills, and help teammates. I'm here to make people happy, and it's very important to me. I prefer to play as number 10, but right now I just want to play where I am. Why I'm not important. I just want to play on the pitch. Great. I'm impatient to play at the Etihad. Okay, so yeah, but Ryan Cherki on the Club World Cup. Whatever. Okay. On Thailand on the Club World Cup, it's very important for me to play in big cups like the World Cup and Champions League. When I saw Man City wanted me, and then they play the Champions League, it was very important to me. I wanted to play in all the cups in all my careers, and now it's a good moment for me to play with the champions. Yeah. So there you go. So nobody came for money; they came to play because they were playing in the Club World Cup. So, for instance, and that was I think that was echoed by Tiana Reinders and also by Thingy as well. Absolutely superb. So any other news today? Oh yeah, Sven Nijpan, Norwegian. For instance, Man City, 18-year-old, one for the future. I believe very very sought after. Man City wanted to get him and then loan him to Girona, one of our sister clubs, and but it appears that he didn't want to go. He was linked with Aston Villa, but Man City now said I think he could go to Lyon, so he would definitely be loaned out. But he's agreed to, and he's great now. He's signed for Man City, we got him. He was from Rosenborg, Sven Nijpan, 18, and we're expected to transfer for £11 million. So that would be great. So we now got him. Happy birthday to you. Who's that? Happy birthday, young person. Not quite sure. Kevin De Bruyne. Pen to paper. So good luck, Kevin. You're going to be missed, my friend. You know, an absolutely lovely bloke. Met him a few times. Great, soft speaking, lovely family, proper family, father guy. You know, and devastated if he's gone, but he's gone to Napoli. And good luck to you, Kevin. You'll go in my bless. Jumbo Bar, for instance, so like definitely one for the future. You'll stay out one more loan on one season, and then come back. Oh my God! 90 minutes play for Kuzanov. You got a free car. I think they all got free cars for to get into qualifying for the World Cup, I believe. So well done to them. All the cars all lined up in the stadium. All got free cars because they qualified for the I think we'll leave it at that. Announcement, surrounders. I don't really. Yeah, exactly. So the guys are jetting off. I'm not quite sure. The plane's in. So safe travels. And the Club World Cup is now heating up. Now a lot of the media now talking about it. And so really looking forward to it. I'm worried about the players and fatigue. But I hope they will get some. They'll get some. Rest and recuperation. Yeah, I'm sure they'll have a pool and things in America. Somewhere in America now. So and it's going to be a good World Cup. I think it's going to be an excellent World Cup. I really are. And these new players are going to add injection to the club. I'm glad we've taken a good few players out as well. So then, and hopefully, we can go long in the tournament. Happy with the minimum quarterfinal. Even if we don't win it, so for instance, but I do want us to go as far as in the tournament as possible, and really looking forward to it. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm going back to my hoeing with my hose, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. For instance, I'm sure there's things to talk about, which Man City every day. So guys, I love you and leave you. True Blue Tie from Thailand. Talk to you tomorrow.